Here's your daily Premier League news and transfer window roundup. It's me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator and YouTuber football writer too, here for Chris Carlin. Thank you very much, Chris Carlin, for this opportunity, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please do like and subscribe. So if you're unfamiliar how this works, first part of the video is your headlines, second part of the video is opinions and dissecting them. Firstly, Sky Sports News report that Real Madrid are preparing a £100 million bid for Ballon d'Or winner and Manchester City midfielder Rodri. That is according to the Times and also Sky Sports News. Sky Sports News report that Victor Gyökeres is expected in London on Friday to sort the final contractual details with Arsenal. Next, Wolves complete the signing of Colombian John Arias from Brazilian side Flamons on a 4-year deal with an option of a further 12 months. Sky Sports News report that Alexander Isak has informed Newcastle he wants to explore his options this transfer window. Sky Sports News report that Newcastle are interested in signing RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko if Alexander Isak, shall I say, leaves the club. Ajax centre-back Yerel Hato was left out of the squad to face Celtic Thursday night in the Como Cup. Several sources, including Sky Sports News, report that Chelsea are in advanced talks with Ajax over a possible deal for Hato, who has told the club he wants to leave. David Alstein, by the Athletic UK, reports that Aston Villa submit an offer to sign Jadon Cavart from Tossolo. It's not been accepted, but the pursuit continues. He's viewed as a top prospect and interest from host clubs too. David Alstein reports that Rangers are set to make a bid to sign Jefferson Rack Sassi from Crystal Palace. Has been an offer for the 22-year-old winger. It's been a loan with potential obligation to buy up to £10 million. Rejected by Palace, but Rangers pursuits ongoing and interest from more clubs than the English youth international. David Alstein reports that Alexander Isak wants to leave Newcastle United. The absence from the Celtic friendly, Newcastle's keen on keeping him. They're very, very keen, and they're keen on keeping him on an improved deal as well. But they are also exploring potential replacements if he does leave. David Alstein reports that Newcastle United are exploring a move for Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig in case Alexander Isak leaves the club. Leipzig forward is subject to a long-standing interest by Newcastle and is a top target should Isak depart. However, the deal was viewed as challenging from a financial perspective. Fabrizio Romano reports that Alejandro Garnacho wants the Premier League move and Chelsea remain again attentive to the situation. No club-to-club talks, but still one of the names on their shortlist. The priority remains to advance on Xavi Simons at this stage. Fabrizio Romano reports that LAFC have approached Heung-min Son over potential transfer for this summer over their they want to be his new superstar. Talks are at an early stage and LAFC want to try, but Son and Spurs will have the final say. Thomas Frank will also speak to Son and discuss his future. Fabrizio Romano reports that Benfica are actively trying to sign João Felix, with talks now ongoing with his agent Mendes. Deal depends on Chelsea conditions, but João will leave and negotiations expected to start soon. Felix is keen on the comeback. Fabrizio Romano reports that Alexander Isak did not travel with Newcastle squad to Singapore for the pre-season tour. Newcastle continued to insist it's due to transfer. It's not due to transfer reasons. They insist it's because he's nursing a minor thigh injury. Fabrizio Romano reports that Leeds United have agreed a deal in principle with OL for goalkeeper Lucas Perry. Medical tests, books and formal steps to follow. Deal in place to join Leeds United. Fabrizio Romano reports that Douglas Luiz did not show up for pre-season training at Juventus Thursday. Juventus are set to take disciplinary measures, with Douglas Luiz expected to leave the club this summer and make a move to the Premier League. It's official. John Arias joins from Wolves on an £18 million deal from Flamons. He's going to be Wolves' number 10. That's literally the shirt he's going to wear, number 10. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea and RB Leipzig continue direct club-to-club talks for Xavi Simons. RB Leipzig are aware of Xavi being very keen on the move and tempted by Chelsea. Bayern have made calls to be informed this week. For Chelsea are clear favourites, already in talks with a player, and getting that green light is very close. Fabrizio Romano reports that Victor Gyökeres, new Arsenal player, as every document has been approved and exchanged. Arsenal Sporting have completed the process with formal authorisation to travel medical to start in the next few hours. Gyökeres is coming soon. Fabrizio Romano reports that Alexander Isak has informed Newcastle of his desire to explore a move away from the Geordies this summer. The club is aware of the players' plans and will now decide how to move. Newcastle have already restarted exploring a move for a top striker in the market. Fabrizio Romano reports that Alexander Isak remains a top target for Liverpool even after signing Hugo Ekitike, but it depends purely now on Newcastle. If Newcastle open the doors to an exit, Liverpool sell Luis Diaz, they can bid after direct contact was made 10 days ago. Isak is not in concrete talks with Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal so far. Fabrizio Romano reports that Bayern Munich's new proposal for Luis Diaz is going to be sent soon and has been planned since last weekend. And Liverpool are aware of the player's desire to leave the club, and talks will continue details of the financial package with Bayern. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea are not actively working on Alexander Isak deal and no interest in proceeding despite reports. Chelsea are very happy with their strikers and focused on Xavi Simons and Yoel Hato deals now. The club is working on Isak, or the club that is working on Isak, should I say, is and remains to be Liverpool. Fabrizio Romano says that Chelsea have opened doors to a loan move for Mark Guehi, but no option will be included. The clear priority for Chelsea is the loan in England. They want Guehi to develop and play in England next season. Bouba Kamara signed a new 5-year deal at Aston Villa with an increased salary. The agreement done and sealed until June 2030. Fabrizio Romano reports that Newcastle are tentative to Benjamin Sesko situation at RB Leipzig, with Isak now keen on exit. Newcastle informed on the Sesko deal costs, while Newcastle are also working on multiple deals, including Wissa from Brentford. It's official, Christian Monschrecker joins Arsenal on a €15 million fee plus add-ons from Valencia. The new signing says an opportunity that came up and I couldn't let it pass me by. I'm joining a historic, massive club. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea agreed a deal to sign 18-year-old winger Jesse Derry from Crystal Palace, beating 8 European clubs for the English winger. Medicals will take place on Friday as a teenage sensation looks set for a move to Germany before Chelsea stepped in and hijacked the move. Yoel Hato was not even on the bench for Ajax on Thursday night after he informed Chelsea about his desire to leave the club, reported by Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano says that Douglas Luiz wants to go back to the Premier League this summer as a priority. His relationship with Juventus is simply broken and he will surely leave. Our agents now in Italy, should I say, to assess all options. And last but not least, Fabrizio Romano reports that Raheem Sterling will leave Chelsea this summer and he's been offered to Napoli in the last 48 hours, and Napoli are assessing several options as their left winger. Not only Sterling, but also Nadai and Kubo remain on the list. Chelsea are insistent on a permanent exit regarding Raheem Sterling. Let's go through and discuss some of those your headlines. There's a lot, so we'll only just pick up the key ones. I mean, the big one, Rodri, Real Madrid, £100 million bid. I think Man City will reject it, but it's a absolutely huge offer. But Rodri is a top player, so Man City, you want to keep hold of him, don't you? At the end of the day, Enquiries looks like that deal's done. Just waiting for announcement. Obviously, announced on Schrecker as well. Wolves, that's a big signing. I think that's really big. They needed to sign. Need to get business done, and they did. Jonah Rice is a good signing. Interested to do with the, hay fever, Alexander Isak situation. There's also a possibility now that he does leave Newcastle. Liverpool still want Isak, even despite Hugo Ekitike, but it appears like it's reliant on whether Luis Diaz leaves or not. It will be a big upgrade. Chelsea get business done. Hato, I mean, the £100 million they got for the Club World Cup, as well as selling players. They sold the women's team, they literally sold to themselves and things like that, hotel to themselves. They've been very clever and managed to rack up like a lot of money. So I'm sitting here thinking, how can they spend that money? FFP, PSR, but if you think about it, it does make sense. They sell a lot of players. Garnacho wanted to stay in the Premier League. He's definitely going to leave Man United, just like celebrating when Rashford left Man United on social media. I think he's very clearly wants to leave. Interesting to do my club, Tottenham, with Heung-min Son. I think it makes sense for him to leave. I think he will leave, but it depends what Thomas Frank says to him. I think Kudus coming in, I know not on the same side, but even on that left-hand side, you've got Richarlison can do a job there. You've got Odeberg can do a job there. Tell, I don't think there's any need now for Son. It makes sense to leave on a high, having just won a trophy. Interesting, Real Felix, really weird signing for Chelsea, but he just needs first team minutes. He hasn't really given the opportunity, in my honest opinion. Douglas Luiz is interesting. Wants to come back to the Premier League. Who will go after him? Fabrizio Romano didn't name a Premier League club, but I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, where would he go? Man United, Tottenham, maybe. It's hard to pick out a club, but we'll have to see where he goes. Xavi Simons as well. Chelsea still cheering for him. That's what I mean. Chelsea getting business done. Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, all the clubs moving in this one. Bouba Kamara, that's a good deal for Aston Villa, 5 years. They've got him committed for. He's not going to go anywhere at all. And Raheem Sterling, I mean, it's an interesting one. Hasn't really worked out at Arsenal at all, did it? That loan, bit of a waste of time. Can't blame Chelsea if they want to sell him. It was on an incredibly high wage. Are those your headlines? Are those my opinions? That is your daily Premier League news transfer window roundup, your headlines and my opinions. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Chris Carlin, for this opportunity. Like, subscribe to the channel. If you can follow me at HarryScarfe22 across all socials, that'd be great. Also have my YouTube channel, Harry Scarfe, which contains my very own podcast too, the Scarfe Spurs podcast. Thanks for watching. Apologies about the backdrop. I'm around my grandma's at the moment. Thank you so much for watching. I'm a proud regular here at Chris Carlin's channel.